Hi guys, how are you guys doing? So I want to show you guys something. So here's my little bun. This is my short bun. It's not, my hair's not short, but my hair is wrapped in a little short bun. But this is my real hair. So for y'all calling me bald headed and asking me why I wear wigs, I wear wigs to protect my hair. You know why? Because a lot of these witches like to do spas, beauty spas, which is what I'm going to talk to you guys about next month. And in order for me and my hair to not be affected when they try to afflict me, my hair has to be protected, right? So under my wigs, this is my hair. The back of my hair is actually the same length. It's just that it's in a bun right now. It's wrapped around. So my hair right now is in the middle of my back. Let me just show you. There's my part. For y'all say it's fake. So this is all natural. So what I do is I take very good care of it. The point of me saying that and showing y'all that is to let y'all know my hair serum will be back in stock. I told y'all I had to get a new supplier. I found out my supplier was not only double charging me but triple charging me. So I have a new supplier and I'm just waiting for the bottles to arrive. They will arrive soon. And once they arrive, I'm gonna do a sale so you guys can get the products like 40% off for the summer sale. Also, my skin is thriving. I just switched suppliers for where I buy my retinol. So the new retinol formula that I have right now, that retinol is like top notch, as in like you ain't gonna be flaking, okay? You're not gonna shed any skin. So I want to just give you guys this announcement, okay? Next, so the Lord has been sharing something with me, and I want to just say that next month during my public deliverance, many of you guys are going to be delivered at the same time I am publicly. My deliverance will probably happen before that, but when I share it publicly, a lot of you guys are going to be delivered. Let me just say that it's time for justice. And let me just say that if many of you guys have been affected by witchcraft and people have been afflicting you, justice will be served. It may not be at the same time like it will be served in my case for many of you guys, but it's going to be served. Follow God, be obedient, and follow his instructions. The Lord showed me something. God has been revealing so much to me for the last he always reveals stuff to me, but for some reason this last year it was like the final like puzzle pieces were put together, you know what I mean? And I'm glad that he revealed it this year, where I'm in a space where I'm humble and I'm in a space where I'm not, I don't respond based on emotions. I have a lot more emotional intelligence, and I'm a little bit more discerned and wiser when it comes to how I respond to things, right? So thank God he showed me a lot of what he showed me this year, and he didn't show it to me last year or the years before, because I would have snapped, okay? You know, when someone goes through something so much they snap, I would have snapped. The Lord has been showing me that this particular person in my family that has been afflicting me, they've been afflicting me. I've been afflicted since I was 9, and the afflictions that I was experiencing from when I was 9, like these were more like generational curses, right? But when I was targeted by this specific family member, as in they started paying people to attack me, this was the age of 13 they started. The Lord recently showed me something. He recently showed me that around that age was when they actually received a dream. They had a dream about my prophecy. They had a dream about me being on stage, singing, dancing, and cheering the crowd on and encouraging people. Like, they had this dream, and as I was on stage and I was performing and dancing, I had the number 16 on my outfit, the number 16. And when I woke up from that dream, I started like shaking. I wanted to cry, and I'm like, God, how does she know? And God told me that she saw it. So let me tell you guys something. When I was 13, this was when I went into my first foster home. So when I was 13, I decided I wanted to write music and sing music, right? And I've always decided that like a long time ago when I was like 9 years old. But when I was 13 was when I decided I'm gonna take it seriously. This person, my family, knew that. They knew that I was gonna take this seriously. And I even remember telling my foster mom at the time, like, when I'm 16, you know, I'm gonna move to Atlanta, and I'm gonna move to somewhere, and I'm gonna pursue my music. I have really encouraging music. And the music I used to write when I was in grade 5, I used to write music about my life, like the abuse I went through, my family, like being the outcast. Like, that's the kind of music I used to write. So me having these dreams, the Lord was showing me that this person, my family, saw this. And that's when the obsession when it came to my life grew within her. So ever since then, she's been looking into my life. If not every month, every 2 months, she's been looking into my life, right? Trying to figure out, like, you know, what's gonna happen with me, like things about my life, right? And she was able to see some of these things. So her goal was to try to block a bunch of my destinies from a young age. And that's not the only thing she saw. She saw my marriage to Lion. She saw you guys are like, who's Lion? You'll find out just now. So she tried to block my marriage to Lion. She tried to block my friendships. Everything in my life she tried to block. And God has been showing me all this, right? And I already knew this, but like God went into details when he was showing me. So down to my businesses, she's tried to block my businesses. So recently I asked God, like, okay, so why doesn't she stop? Like, why is she so obsessed? Like, mind you, let me remind you that she's been paying. Sorry about that, someone just called. Let me remind you that she's been paying people in Jamaica to block me. Not only that, she's been paying people in Canada to block me. She's been paying multiple people, and she pays multiple people around the same time. So if it's not weekly, it's monthly. She'll pay like 4 people every month to do their witchcraft. So if one is not as strong, the other one may be stronger. If that's not as strong, the other one may be stronger. Not to mention, but on top of her trying to block me, I had Lion's exes trying to block me as well. I didn't have them trying to block me, as in like they were trying to block me, Lion's exes. On top of that, the people on you, like, it was coming from all over. So God recently showed me that a lot of the stuff that I went through growing up, like the homelessness, being in poverty, not being able to save, and, you know, just things falling apart in my life all the time, not being able to go into relationships. He told me that this was the cause of this specific woman that has been trying to block me my whole life. He says she tries to prevent things from happening before it happens. So she has to keep tabs on my life monthly to find out what's the next upcoming things going on, so she can try to block it. And that's what she's been doing my whole life. So the Lord has shown me past events via vision, and he has shown me like the days when I was homeless, the days where I was in shelters, the days where I got into arguments with my ex, the days where, you know, when I met with Lion, and how Lion went from, you know, really loving me to all of a sudden, you know, rejecting me and not wanting to be around me and feeling weird vibes from me. God brought me back to all these memories, and he literally pointed it right back to that woman. Child. So lately I've been having a lot of dreams of her trying to block like my success, and God showed me something, and he showed me that every time she tried to block my success, I would go running to her for help, and I would beg her for help. Mind you, this actually happened so many times growing up, where I would go through so much poverty and wouldn't even have food for me and my kids, and I would always call her to help me and beg her, and she loved when I did that. She used to get a high off of me struggling. I don't know what type of craziness or what in the sorcery is this, but she would get a high off of watching me struggle, right? And the Lord has been showing me recently that this is what she's trying to do. It's like she's trying to get me to go back to her. Mind you, she has said this multiple times, that when I leave her house, I'm going to struggle and I'm going to come back. Like, she has said these things out of her mouth. But these times when she was saying these things, I had no idea that she was purposely trying to implement these things in my life just so I can do that. The point of me saying all these things is God was, because this morning God said post. I'm like, God, what am I going to talk about? Everything you've been showing me recently is about me, my life. But he was telling me this morning, he's like, no, teach and post about it. And I said, okay. So he was saying, like, basically, many of you guys who are dealing with narcissists, it's not that they just don't want you to succeed. What it is they want you dependent on them. They want you to beg them so they can reject you purposely, so they can say, and if they do help you, so they can tell people, oh, when he was going through this, or when she was going through this, I was there for them, I did this for them, I did that for them. Mind you, all these times I was going through these things, and I would call her and ask her, hey, can you help me buy food for the kids? Hey, I need $20, because I was struggling that bad. Hey, this, da. She would give me like $20, or she'll probably bring a little bit of groceries for the kids and things like that. And all these times I'm like, oh my gosh, she's helping me. You know, she's helping me. God was showing me that she purposely would implement these things in my life. She was purposely doing witchcraft and black magic on me to fail on purpose, just so I can reach out to her, just so I can depend on her, just so she can tell people how good she's been to me, to cover up what she's been doing behind my back, because she wants me to depend on her for the rest of my life, because she does not want me to be independent. She does not want me to thrive. She does not want me to succeed. She does not want me to have more than her. And that's what many of these narcissists were doing in your life. That's what many of them were doing. They were trying to force failure, homelessness on you. They want some of you guys to go to them and beg. They want you guys to beg. So when they see that you guys are successful, and they see that you guys don't need them, they see you guys are blessed, and they see that you guys have more than them, that is a trigger. They don't like that. They get so mad when they see that you're elevating and succeeding. So they will purposely go out their way and do black magic to force failure on your life, just so you can come running back to them and beg them, so they can purposely reject you, or so they can purposely help you and tell people they are the only ones there for you when they're the ones doing this to you. I know it's too much to believe. I know it may sound like craziness, like who in the right mind would do this? You guys are going to see very soon. Let me just say that. You guys are going to see very soon. This morning, I'm like, God, I'm done with her. I'm done. Because God has been showing me every elevation that I was walking into, and there was a block, and I didn't know what it was. Now it's not there no more, but back then I didn't know what it was. I'm like, why is it as soon as I'm about to receive something, or let's just say someone called me and said, Steph, you got the job, and I'm like, yes, I'm finally able to work and take care of my kids, all of a sudden something happens to where I can't even work there no more. I'm telling you, these people be watching from a very young age. They have to keep tabs on you consistently, because they have to find out what is next to try to block you. That's what they do. Many of you guys, they get a high off of seeing you struggle, off of seeing you beg. They get a high off of this. And I don't understand, but I don't understand as in like, we're not going to understand their mindset, but as in like, why? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just mind boggling, right? But these people get a high off of seeing us struggle. It becomes an obsession to take us down. Like, they will spend the rest of their life taking us down. You ever watch those cartoons where like the evil villain will spend the rest of their life trying to take down the superhero? And the superhero ain't even bothering them. They just minding their business, but they'll spend the rest of their life trying to do that. That's what it is, y'all. That's what it is. It's sad. It's sad. You know what I mean? Some of you guys, whoever's going through this where you're hated from your own parent, some of you guys are cleaning up the sins of your mothers or your fathers, because one, generational bloodline curses. Two, some of y'all may have been treated from your mother because your mother may hate your dad, or you're mistreated from your dad because your dad may hate your mother, or you may be mistreated from both parents. You know what I mean? Depending on your situation. But a lot of it, not just parents, you know, it may be your own children mistreating you if you're a parent watching this, but a lot of it is these people that have these mindsets. It's like they want you depending on them. They don't want you to be more than them. You see what I'm saying? Like, you are a reflection of what they couldn't be or what they feel like they can't do. And the sad thing is they can do it. That's the sad part. But they don't believe in themselves. You know? Y'all about to see some real deep stuff the next 2 months. Just pay attention to my channel. I have more words for you guys. I'm going to go pick up my son Malachi right now, and then I'm gonna talk to you guys later. I have to reveal something to what God showed me about this particular woman, because she has been afflicting my children too. But I just want to say, guys, if you're going through this, these people want you dependent on them. That's what it is. They don't want you having a life outside of them. That's what when you cut off narcissists, they take it so personal. Why do you think they go even harder to try to destroy you? Why do you think that they try to destroy you even more when you're not living with them, or when you're not around them, or when they have no access to you, you know, compared to when you were around them? Because remember, their goal is to keep you depending on them, is to try to control you. And when you're away from them, they have no control over your life. So that's why they have to go run to sorcery and black magic to try to take you out, because they have no control over your life. It becomes an obsession. Lord God. I love y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.